Hello and welcome to another episode of the Meeples Miniatures miniature review show with me, Neil Shook. On today's show, following up from my review of Warlord Montrose Irish, today we're looking at a general figure that we have to lead this army. This is none other than the Marquis of Montrose himself. So here we see him in all his glory. As you can see, it's a single mounted figure, comes in a blister pack, and you see this figure is quite well detailed, mounted on his horse with a telescope, obviously reviewing performance of his army on the battlefield. Now, as well as the Marquis himself, you've also got the horse. Here you see it. It's, I suppose, a fairly standard 28mm Warlord Games horse these days. It's okay. I think the front forelegs look a little strange. I don't think they're quite right in some ways. The hindquarters seem fine. That the front forelegs don't look quite right, which is a shame because it kind of lets down the horse a little bit from that side of things. But other than that, the actual sculpting of the horse isn't too bad. Here we see the entire model together. Again, you know, you'll notice this is something we noticed with the Irish Brigade last time. You've got a rather large piece of scrap metal between the rider's foot and his sword, which will need to come off, and that will take a fair amount of cleaning up. A few bits and pieces of tags, a little bit of flash, and there's a couple of things, as you can see on this close-up, you know, there's even a couple of very small air holes in the casting, so maybe not as great as it could have been, but, you know, pretty nicely detailed. Yeah, there's a nice mould line down the neck of the horse which you'll need to clear up, but on the whole, not too bad. Now, obviously, with it being a character figure and it's modelled on an historic character, it will really, you really need to measure this against the actual historical character himself. And here's the best known picture of the Marquis of Montrose. And if we compare that to the actual figure itself, it's not bad. You can certainly see at least a passing resemblance. So, a pretty good job, I think, done by the sculptor. Finally, we see the finished article as it appears on the Warlord website. This is the fully painted miniature. Quite a nice looking figure, I think. It's certainly not the best general figure that they've done. There are a lot more striking figures in the Warlord range, but this is quite unusual. As I say, as a personality figure in itself, it's something a bit different. So, generally not bad, but as I say, I think a little bit let down by the sculpting of the horse. As far as price-wise is concerned, you can expect to pay £5 for this figure, and it's available wherever you can get Warlord's Pike and Shotte range from. Obviously, it's available direct from their site, www.warlordgames.co.uk, but obviously it's carried by other War Games outlets as well. Well, that's all we've got time for on this show. Hope you found it useful. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.